What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, back with episode 57 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off the best setups. Our special guest is going to be Amanda Woolsey. She'll be giving us a tour of her desk setup, and we have some great ones to show off. So, let's kick off episode 57.
First up, this setup is just refreshing. I don't know if it's because it's nice and clean or organized, but it's refreshing to look at, and every time I see it, I like it a little bit more. It might be that nice wooden desk, but anyways, let's talk about some of the gear here. Trissky is going the solo monitor option with an Asus PB278, a 1440p 27-inch monitor. And then as for his peripherals, he's using an ASIO RGB keyboard with brown switches. The Corsair M65 RGB is his mouse on a SteelSeries Quick Heavy mouse mat. And his headphones he uses are the Siberia V2 in purple. Now, I'm a big fan of the way he has those little speakers mounted on the wall. Those are the Audio Pro add-on 5s. In a nice touch, the way he has the cables hidden is by using a cable channel there. It's actually what I use in my setup to hide all the cables, so good thinking. And while there's no gaming PC to be found here, he is using his 2014 MacBook Pro to run his setup. He does have it also partitioned so he can run Windows 10 off of it, so if he wants, he could get some gaming out of this. And then what I really like about this are those really nice Star Wars silk prints he has mounted above his setup. I like how they're kind of abstract in a way, but they fit in really nicely, and I think they just look really cool with his setup. Altogether, like I said, I just get a refreshed feeling when looking at this. It's very clean, and while it doesn't scream gamer, it doesn't really have to. It's perfectly fine. I really like this one. Now this one on the other hand does scream gamer, and that's made pretty obvious by the blatant LED lights and all the product boxes on the wall. If you haven't noticed, the 3 monitors as well. I'm getting a whole white, black, and red theme here, with the majority of the red coming with his RGB products and the light strip behind his desk for some backlighting. And there's even strips on the shelves. So when you take a look at what he has, his main monitor is an Acer Predator 27-inch 1440p 144Hz G-Sync monitor. That's his primary display. And on each side he has an Acer H26HL monitor, which is a 1080p 23-inch monitor. Solid choice for your primary though. On his desk he's rocking the Corsair Gaming K70 keyboard, and inside he has those MX Cherry blue switches. His mouse of choice is the Logitech G502 Proteus Spectrum, high five for that, and that's on one of those Peachum extended mouse pads. And on the base of those 2 side monitors, he has the Logitech X230 speaker there to give him some nice positional audio on each side when he's facing his main monitor. Now, all the way to the right is his PC, and inside that fractal design R5 case in white, he has the Intel i7-4790K CPU with a CryoRig R1 CPU cooler. That's on an MSI Z97 Gaming 5 motherboard, 16 gigs of RAM, and while this photo shows us an EVGA 980 with some white cool LED lights, he has since upgraded it, changed those lights to red, and he added a Founders Edition 1080 to get the most out of all those pixels for his monitors. Now that's a solid upgrade. Then what I think is really cool is when you zoom out, this is all in a dedicated gaming room here. You got the wall-mounted TV, LED lights behind that as well, 2 futons to make that kind of L shape, great for hanging out with friends, watching TV, playing games. And I think there might have been windows there at one point, but they are now filled with those product boxes, which I think does look pretty cool and definitely adds to that gamer feel overall. Altogether, a white and black gaming setup with red accents everywhere. Some great stuff here to make this triple monitor gaming setup come to life. Next up, in light of colleges and universities just starting up again, I really like this college apartment setup here. This looks a million times better than my dorm room setup ever looked when I was in college. This is a college setup done right. A nice clean workspace, the 2 mounted monitors, really liking this. He's rocking 2 24-inch 1080p monitors from LG, and they're both nicely mounted on an articulating dual monitor stand. Underneath that on his desk you'll find all the peripherals, like his audio engine A2 Plus speakers right underneath his monitor, the Razer Death Adder Chroma mouse, and talk about comfort here. He's using a Glorious PC mouse wrist rest on a Glorious PC extra large extended mouse pad with a Glorious PC 10 keyless wrist rest for his CM Storm Rapid Eye keyboard with cherry brown switches on the inside. And I like this little custom keycap set he has on his keyboard, kind of rustic looking, and I think it fits in nice with his setup's color and aesthetic. Off to the side he has his PC, and inside that glorious NZXT H440 he has an i7 6700K CPU with a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo CPU cooler, 32GB of DDR4 RAM with an Asus Strix 970 graphics card. And on his PC and around his setup he has some figures which I think look pretty cool. Things like pop vinyls of Elizabeth, Ghost, Claptrap, some Naruto stuff around the setup, and I think it just adds some personality, which is never a bad thing. But for a college apartment setup, this is a great battle station. Like I said, this blows my setup away when I was in college. This is just much nicer, and it's done really well. Now let's check out what the KnobGoggler's given us here. And this triple monitor setup is very clean with this all white desk, and those purple LED lights or pinkish fit in with that wallpaper choice. For his monitors, he's using 3 24-inch BenQ monitors, which are always great gaming monitors. They are mounted nicely on a single triple monitor stand, and his peripherals are the Corsair Gaming K65 keyboard, the Logitech G602 wireless mouse, on another Peachum extended mousepad here. And off the side is his Audio-Technica ATH M40X headphones on that acrylic head. And with that hole drilled in the middle of his desk, which you can't see, it gives his entire desktop a nice clean cableless appearance. Speaking of cableless, his cable management job is very good underneath. Everything is kept up and tidy, and we see another one of those cable channels to hide all the cables running down the wall from his setup. Very nice. Now taking a look at his PC, inside the NZXT S340, he has an i5 4690K CPU with a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo again. That's on an MSI Z97S SLI Crate Edition motherboard, 8GB of HyperX Fury RAM, and an EVGA 970 graphics card. Altogether, this is just very clean, not too much else to say. It's nice and organized. I love the great cable management here. Not only does the purple LED light strip accent his primarily white setup, at night it gives it some needed glow. This is definitely a great gaming setup.
What's going on, guys? I'm Amanda and I'm a tech YouTuber, and I want to give a big shout out and thanks to randomfrankp for having me on today's video. We have got a lot of things to cover, so I'm going to jump right in. Take a look at my desk. You can see this is nighttime mode, and if I flip the lights on, this is daytime mode. Not quite as dramatic, but it lets you see some more of the things at my desk. My desk itself is an IKEA, Beckett, or Becant, however you want to say it, desk, and the lighting around my desk is a combination of LifeX Color 1000 and Osram Lightify LED strips. These are just a fun way to be able to switch up the color and looks of your desk, and they're all smart LED bulbs, so you can control these from your smartphone, your smartwatch, integrate them to your smart home, and even do things like control them with your voice using Amazon Echo or Alexa. The monitor is a HP 34C, which is a 34-inch curved ultra-wide monitor, and the PC is a custom-built PC that is my first build, and I built this back in December. So the lighting inside of here is an NZXT Hue, and if you guys want to see all the specs on this, go ahead and check out my channel. But the most recent addition that I have done to this is I added the Asus ROG 1070 Strix video card. The mouse I'm using for this is the Logitech G502 Proteus Spectrum mouse, soon to be upgraded to the G900. And the keyboard I'm using is a mechanical Bluetooth keyboard. This is the Varmillo VB87M, I believe, and I first learned about this on randomfrankp's channel, actually. Taking a look underneath my desk, that black thing you see hanging down, that is a headphone hanger from a company called Bravewaves. I believe it's called the Truss. Instead, I've been displaying my Audio-Technica M70X studio monitoring headphones on this crazy skull that I picked up from a company called Apollo Box. So if you guys want to check this out, it was featured in my Top Tech Under 100. There's also links for you to pick it up because I've never seen this before, but once I saw it, I knew I had to have it. To the left side of my desk on the wall, you can see that artwork that says Grow and Be Better, and that's actually one that I made myself during a tutorial on my channel. Moving along, I have a 55-inch Sony 4K TV. I'm going to drop the specs just for time's sake, but behind that I have the Dream Screen, which is an LED smart system which displays whatever you're watching or playing on your TV behind your TV splashed all over the wall. It's very immersive, it's very in-depth, and it makes everything you're doing just that much more fun in my opinion. And with lights back on, you can see I have a media console with a Nest Cam on it and the Amazon Alexa Dot. Inside there I have my Xbox One, Apple TV, a media server from Synology, and just tons of things, but again, no time to cover all of that. Now we're on to my workspace where I create and edit all my videos. This is a 2012 MacBook Pro connected to the Asus MX27AQ monitor. My speakers are the Audio Engine A2 Plus, and I have the S8 subwoofer from Audio Engine underneath my desk as well. And speaking of my desk, instead of going the standard IKEA route like most people do, I want to do a custom desk. So this is the Apex sit-to-stand motorized desk, but not only that, I got a custom wood top, stained it to the color I wanted, and made it unique and my own. For editing, I like to use the Apple Magic Trackpad, the keyboard is a Logitech K811, and the Logitech MX Master Mouse. My phone is on the Hi-Rise Deluxe from 12 South. You can also see I have a couple plants as well as a couple lamps on my desk. Then I have a couple geometric air plant holders, and then to finish it all off, I have my Albert Einstein artwork. Then we have my messier side of my room, my product review table with a bunch of products under it, cubicle with a bunch of products on it as well, and things I just use daily, and then a futon where we sit and watch TV and game as well. And that wraps it up, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Frank, for having me on. If you guys head over to my channel and check out any of my videos, make sure you drop a comment and let me know that Frank sent you.
Alright guys, that'll do it for episode 57 of Room Tour Project. Hope you enjoyed, and if you were digging Amanda's setup, I will put her channel link in the description down below, as well as all the products you saw in this episode. I'll have them listed down there for you. If you like this episode, please give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss any future episodes. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.